All right, happy Friday. My name is Laura. This channel is called Compassionate Creativity. I believe that acts of creation are ultimately acts of self-compassion. And tonight we are having a short video, which is my first Festive Friday Flosstube, which is basically seasonal stitchiness, kind of as we approach Christmas. And tonight I wanted to catch up on the Jingle Ball stitching that I finished or didn't finish, and some of the materials I have for finishing those items that will be for classes. And then also just some other stitching that I have either done or I'm planning to do for the holidays. And when I say stitching, I mean actually sewing and quilting. The cross tube is all Jingle Ball related. So first news is I did finish the hashtag, well, I have everything done but the back stitching, which I'll finish shortly. And Jingle Ball has actually, I think, already started. So I need to get moving. But this is hashtag joy. It's in here crooked, but it's not crooked on the fabric. Which, like I said, just needs the back stitching to kind of complete the pine cones and so on, do the finishing, which I do need to do soon because the finishing class is tonight. But I'm very excited. I think it's very sweet. This is a hands-on design pattern, and then the class also is on finishing it into a cute little pillow with felt, which I ordered, and these are the colors that were needed. I think there's one color that the place that I ordered from didn't have exactly, so I have quite a few neutrals already. So this is the red, olive, sage, and then this was like an acorn or butternut or something like that for the trunk of the tree. So, but I have other browns if that one doesn't work for me. So, and then I need to pick a backing fabric, which I'll go through that in a minute. I did not finish. I don't think I got any further than I had been on Monday when I showed this before, but this is my Winter Woodland Star. That is not yet a star, but is getting there. That's a pattern by Hello from Liz Matthews, and the class I'm taking is not until Sunday, so I have a little time. And this does stitch up very quickly. I just, you know, I do work during most of the day and like really all day, and so don't have tons of time in the evening, and I'm not a speedy stitcher. So my time was spent working on hands-on on the hashtag joy because I didn't really have much of that done at all, but I do. So anyway, I need to choose a backing fabric for this. The class is about finishing it. It's a pillow, but I think the real finishing, the thing that I'm really looking forward to in the finishing class is there's a beaded kind of self-made beaded trim that you add to the pillow, and then I also previously had finished one of the Up on the Rooftop stockings with these reindeer by Lindy Stitches. So again, I need a backing fabric for that. And I'm showing this because I have stacks of fabric in front of me to do. And then last but certainly not least is Bryson Bentley Badger, who is that class is a flat fold. The Lindy Stitches pattern is you make stockings, so as implied, but this is a flat fold stand up. So I've never done that, so I haven't really ironed any of these, so that also needs to happen. So those are the stitchy finishes, and then now are my variety of fabrics that I have. So I think actually that Bryson Bentley looks pretty good with this fabric. It's a Dear Stella design. It has pine cones. I would like it for the star, but it's a different color green. The greens are much more true Kelly greens, and this is a obviously like a spruce kind of pine blue green. So I don't think it'll work too well for the star. So that's my first choice for Bryson Bentley. But I do also have, as I mentioned, mesh fabric. I have these little kind of winter animal portraits, and I thought, well, maybe Bryson Bentley is a portrait artist, and this is what needs to be on his background. And that, you know, it's not quite the same, but the kind of mistletoe or holly wreaths that are here are echoed by the floral swag around Bryson, so that's also an option. It might be a little too big scale though, so I don't know. So those are some options for Bryson Bentley. And then for the Jingle Bell stocking, up on the rooftop stocking, those colors are, you know, more kind of mod Christmas, 50s, 60s, kind of mid-century style. So I thought that these fabrics from our gallery fabrics might be fine. I think they're from their Christmas in the City line, which is a few years old now. So there's these little Santas sleeping, or kind of fun floral poinsettia. This, again, the scale might be a bit big. And then this scale is probably way too big. I just really liked it. And this is a scene of Santa by the fire. And this is a jolly Santa dancing around. I also have, from that same line, this is a smaller piece, like an actual city scene. And then this is a kind of a, this is just a scrap of it, but I have a bigger piece, kind of a piney, pine and berries type of, or spruce and berries type of print. It might work. The white is, it's a creamy white versus the really kind of bright white that the Jobelin that this is, the stocking is on. So those are some options for that. And I don't have very many like small prints. Oh, this one might be cute for the stocking as well, which are these kind of mod ornaments. I don't have any others for that. For the star, I have these. I actually really like this middle kind of sweater, Nordic sweater print. There's a little bit of pink in there, but I think that's not that big of a deal because it looks pretty nice overall with the other colors of the star. So that might be what I go with. My nails are a disaster. It got cold here. I'm in Florida. Maybe a week ago. It's been terribly hot this year. And like even for us. And so even on Thanksgiving Day it was 80, which is not usual, but then it dropped, and my nails just kind of went away. So in case you notice them. Yeah, so those are my choices. I think that's my main choice for the Winter Woodland Star. And then kind of last but not least is what I want to do for the back of the hashtag joy. And actually, I like this little gingerbread print, and it looks pretty good, I think, with the fabrics and with the stitching. And it won't be up directly up against the stitching. So, sorry, I'm losing my other stuff. Sorry. So I think it will work. I don't have anything on like a regular Christmas green, I realized today. I have a couple like fat quarters of plainer fabrics, which is, I could do that. That's never a problem to use a plain fabric, but I have so many prints, so it seems kind of silly not to make use of them. This is an example of like a plain, slightly kind of, I think it's supposed to be a linen look, texture that would actually work really well with both the star and the hashtag joy. But I think I want to use a print. And I have this, not all of it, but some of it earmarked for another project, which I'll talk about in a minute. I did not start the Historisch Stickmuster Sal yet because I was so busy finishing not finishing the Jingle Ball stitching, but I did pick out the fabric that I'm going to use, which is 40 count angel hair by Weeks Dye Works. I am in my kitchen today. I thought that might be less distracting than the really reflective area I was in before. And the light is quite bright here. It's, we had to replace the light, and it's kind of Klieg light effect, but it's what we have. And we have a reno in plan for the future, so we didn't feel like doing anything about it. Anyway, this is Weeks Angel Hair. I have a fat 1/8, and that should be plenty for the, and it's 40 count, like I said, so that should be plenty for the Sal. And those are very traditional colors, which I think will look really pretty on that fabric. So, all right, I'm almost done. It's 12 minutes. That's very good. So I mentioned that I have other projects that I'm working on. These are kind of just little crafty pieces. These are, this is from that same line that the Christmas kind of portrait, wreath portraits are in. And this is just a kind of, it looks like, I guess you could use it as a placemat, but it's a double layer of batting, and the idea is that it would be a like table mat or hot pad for, like, you know, everybody, well, at least in my family, many people make like a breakfast casserole for a holiday morning, while all the other cooking is kind of in preparation and present opening and chaos is happening. So this would be the right size for a 9x13 pan. And the back is this kind of winter woodland print. There's probably cat hair on it. And so I've done a lot of these, well, I've done several of them, that I want to just give them out kind of as part of the little treat boxes that I put together each year for different family and friends. So there's more like the navy background. I'm not sure if it looks navy or black. And this one just has kind of a stripe. So these are all, well, sorry, there definitely is cat hair on that one. This one is definitely Christmassy on this side. I would think you could kind of consider this more winter. This one I think is just very, like, not too pronouncedly holiday. And then I have to complete the binding on these. This guy, this winter snow scene, sledding and skiing. Oh, actually ice skating. I don't know why there are narwhal poking out of the ice, but there are. Some ornaments, and that one and this one both have the floral background, backing. And then this is the same winter woodland print from before, birds, pine cones. and then it has a slightly different floral. It's the same flower, but different saturation point. And then another one of these, but this time with the stripe. Okay, we have food being delivered, so excuse the noise. And then I'll be adding this kind of grunge fabric, grungy coral fabric for the binding. And then finally is a project I was hoping to complete, but I did not. Maybe this weekend I'll get some more chance to sew. And these are some holiday fabrics that I'm planning to use for an advent calendar. This will be the main background. I'm going to use these smaller nutcrackers as the backing, and I'll quilt the two of these together as a panel. And then the front will have this ornament print for the rows with the different segments for each day. And I have cats who would also like to be fed, so we're just having a family affair here. And then this will be the binding for the edge of it. And then that green that I showed, I will actually applique and use a gold fabric marker, I think, to just write Countdown to Christmas. The pattern that I'm kind of loosely basing this on uses a Christmas tree applique at the top, but I think that that would be like a bit busy and competitive with this, so I'm thinking more of just like a plaque style with fancy gold lettering that says Countdown to Christmas or 24 Days to Christmas or something like that. So my goal is to get this finished by Christmas so that for next year we can actually use it. And we tend to be the type of people who do like more consumable type of advent calendars, like usually tea. We like tea. Yeah, so that's kind of the extent of my stitchiness. I wanted to just, I guess, share a little bit about what I'll be doing for the Jingle Ball in addition to the classes. I'm looking forward to just kind of hanging out and stitching. I do have some other like quilting projects that I want to work on, so I may use some of the time while I'm connected into the classes or, you know, the meet and greet or whatever it is to do more machine-based or like standing rotary cutting type of work. And on Sunday, unfortunately, the class that I'm attending is at 10. I'm in Eastern time, obviously, since I'm in Florida. We have a funeral to attend in the afternoon, so I'll probably be, well, not probably, I will be leaving a bit early on the day, on Saturday. I'm not, or excuse me, Sunday. I'm not sure how much time I'll be able to spend in the Jingle Ball after the class. But I'm excited that I have all these classes scheduled. I'm excited that I have the stitching more or less done, just a little bit to do with the star. I don't really expect to finish everything, but I'd like to kind of get it all prepped maybe during the class and get a sense of what I'm doing, and then over the next 30 days, since we have access to the class for the 30 days, use that time to finish them and have these nice completed things for next year, or maybe to give us gifts this year, depending on what they are and who might be interested. So thank you for joining me today. I was excited that I had more than like one view of my video, my first video from Monday or Tuesday whenever I posted it, so I appreciate that. And shout out to the 2 people who commented. That was very sweet. Yeah, so I hope that if you're at the Jingle Ball, maybe we'll run into each other. I'm going to try the speed dating. I did that once before and it was fine, except I think like I and maybe another person were the only ones there, so we kept getting thrown together and that was a little awkward. Yeah, so anyway, I hope that if you're not doing the Jingle Ball, that you have something lovely planned for the weekend, and that you are enjoying a wind down of the work week. So I'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye-bye.